Our 13th bout of the day, it's at heavyweight for the state championship. Scott Kamemmer from East Brunswick, a senior, 31-0 on the year, takes on Jason Jenkins from Oakcrest, a senior, 32-1-1. Kamemmer comes in the number 4 seed. Jason Jenkins, the senior, unseeded. Kamemmer has been quite impressive, but the big story so far at heavyweight has been the wrestling of Jason Jenkins. Jenkins has been awesome, pinning his man to get to the final.
Again, Kramer knocking off the top seed in Greg Land, and again Jenkins knocking off the second seed in Kevin Williams. And it's Kramer that moves in, but it's Jenkins that makes the move. Kamemmer hangs on to that leg.
As they move back to the center of the mat, that's Jason Jenkins in the blue uniform with the white trim. On the right of your screen, that's East Brunswick's Scott Kamemmer. He's wearing the green with the white trim.
And it's Kamemmer in on a double, taking Jenkins down to his back, locking tight. This may be an anticlimactic bout for some people, but it certainly isn't for the two wrestlers, their coaches, families out there right now at heavyweight. Two nicely built heavyweights with a 4-0 score after just 45 seconds of wrestling.
Jason Jenkins, 6'5", 233, and there's Scott Kamemmer. He's at 6'2", 220. Kamemmer with the pin in the semifinals of the number 1 seed Greg Land from Eastern. Land 6'1", 235, and Kamemmer handled him quite easily.
Jenkins with the pin against Christian Gracia to move into the finals. Kevin Williams coming back as second seed to take his third place finish for a high point with a fall in 4:43 over Christian Gracia of Watchung Hills.
1:10 to go here. First period, Jason Jenkins has a 4-0 lead. Check that. Scott Kamemmer had the 4-0.
Nice reversal by Jenkins to make it 4-2.
Jason Jenkins on top. Scott Kamemmer from East Brunswick on bottom. Kamemmer leading 4-2. Inside a minute, first period.
Somehow Jenkins stayed with him. Kamemmer turned, almost faced him, but Jenkins stayed behind.
Jenkins first in the districts, third in the regions, first in the Neptune tournament, first in the Oakcrest tournament. Pinned his way through the districts, Neptune tournament, and Oakcrest. A lot of action so far at the heavyweight.
Jason Jenkins locks on top, puts a nice trip in. Kamemmer attempting a switch, step across by Jenkins. Excellent action by both wrestlers.
An incredible afternoon of wrestling from Jadwin Gymnasium. The 1991 New Jersey State High School Championships. The match of the day at 189 where Damian Covington came through with a victory over Patrick Lynch. Surprisingly, the crowd didn't leave with a mass exodus. Instead, they've stayed and they're watching a good one at heavyweight.
Two champions able to repeat. 4 champions unable to repeat. Jenkins still controlling Kamemmer.
So after the quick start by Scott Kamemmer, Jason Jenkins has come back, and Jenkins seems to be wrestling a little better, although he trails 5-2.
Beautiful ankle pick. Moves behind for the control after the neutral. Moves the lead out to 7-2, just like that.
End of the first period, and that man, Scott Kamemmer, owns the first period. We begin the second period with Kamemmer leading 7-2. Kamemmer on top. Jason Jenkins from Oakcrest on bottom. Kamemmer in the green with the white stripe. Jenkins in the blue with the white stripe.
Jenkins who moves behind. It's Jenkins that picks up 2 points to make it just 7-4.
Kamemmer performed well in the States last year. Lost to the champ, Johnny Gardner. Hurt his knee in that bout. Couldn't come back for the wrestlebacks.
Kamemmer again. Good movement. Comes out in front. Doubles the score to make it 8-4. We've seen both of these wrestlers catch opponents and put them on their back with heavyweights. It's never done till it's done. It's going to go right down to the end here. With some of the lighter weights, you don't expect to fall. We've only had one fall in the finals.
1:10 to go, second period.
And our greatest chance here is again at heavyweight for our second one.
8-4, Scott Kamemmer from East Brunswick, leading Jason Jenkins from Oakcrest. Kamemmer looking to finish things off.
Kamemmer has one shoulder down. He has to get the left shoulder down. If he can come back around ahead here.
.43 seconds to go. Jenkins escapes what could have been the end. Both wrestlers, as so often at heavyweight, football players. Kamemmer planning to go to college. Division I AA schools looking at him for football. Division I schools looking at him for wrestling.
Kamemmer getting 2 back points there for the near fall. And Jenkins coming right out again to get his 1 for the neutral. Now gets his 2 on the edge. Now it's a 10-7 score.
9 seconds to go, second period. Great day of wrestling. 26 started out with a dream. 13 will come home champions. And plenty coming back next year.
Kamemmer on the bottom. He has the lead by 3, 10-7.
8 seconds to go, second period. A nice crop of sophomores and juniors today winning state championships, and they'll be back to defend next year as Scott Kamemmer looks for the roll and looks to extend his lead at the buzzer, and does.
Beautiful switch to come out for 2 points with just a few seconds left.
Kamemmer came out in the first period, picked up 4 early points, and so far he's been able to hold on. We're at heavyweight.
Final 2 minutes of the bout. Can the 5-point difference be made up by Jason Jenkins?
Kamemmer picks up a point to extend his lead, 13-7. Kamemmer came in undefeated. Jenkins with 1 loss.
Jenkins has to be thinking headlock, hip throw, lateral drop, some sort of move that's worth more than 2 points if he's going to, again, have a chance for this championship.
1:24 to go. Third period. Scott Kamemmer wrestling for head coach Glenn Pazinko. Pazinko in his first year as head coach at East Brunswick. The Bears this past year, a disappointing dual meet season at 4-11. Pazinko said that Kamemmer knew what to expect. Last year came in, Johnny Gardner, the big favorite at 189. This year, he learned from experience, and he could be on his way to a state crown.
And here's Kamemmer putting Jenkins onto his back. Good half Nelson, the weight being balanced. We talked about the best chance for a fall coming at heavyweight, but Jenkins not going to give that easily. He doesn't want to lose here in the finals by giving up the pin.
Kamemmer coming off the victory over the number 1 seed Greg Land from Eastern. In 40 seconds, he'll win a state championship. He leads 17-8. 33 seconds to go. Kamemmer's dad, Gene, in the stands. Used to be a wrestler at South River High School. Awfully proud of his son.
Stalemate call, new start.
There have been some impressive state champions in the past to come out of this heavyweight class.
There are impressive champions in all 12 weight classes so far, and there will be no change here with an excellent one at heavyweight. Scott Kamemmer.
So the final 3 seconds for Scott Kamemmer, and they're celebrating in East Brunswick. Kamemmer has won a state championship. The final state championship of the day, and Kamemmer, the senior, caps off a brilliant career with the win. His career continues on the football field in the North-South All-Star game, but on the wrestling mat, there's your state title list at heavyweight. Time for us to take a short break.